the grid reference system. I'm just going to ask a few questions about things that we have done so far. What was our definition of a grid? What exactly is a grid? Genius?
A grid is a pattern of small boxes formed when horizontal lines and vertical lines
Meet, is it? So who can say that in his or her own words, very simplified, what is a grid? What a grid is? What is a grid? Notando?
Horizontal lines and vertical lines bisect to form a right angle.
Right, yes. So in other words, it's a pattern of small boxes, isn't it? Right, then we went on to say last time that as far as the grid reference is concerned, we have two types of grid reference. What are they? Machandro?
4-figure and 6-figure.
The 4-figure and the 6-figure, isn't it? So we want to take it from there, and I want you to draw the diagram that I'm going to draw here. Make sure that your diagram is big, just as big as mine. Right, each man for himself. You're supposed to be having your own mathematical set, your rubber, your pencil. Yeah, I can see some people are drawing some very good diagrams. Kondo, that one is a good one. Right, also make sure that you put these numbers. Make sure you put those numbers. Are we done? Right. Our starting point is going to be a recap of the 4-figure grid reference. I'm going to put some points on that grid. That one is point A. That one is point B, isn't it? Also, make sure that you are putting the points on your grid, just like I've done there. Done? Okay, good one. Right. Can someone give me the 4-figure grid reference for A? What is the 4-figure grid reference for A? Chiwuri.
It's 1032.
1032, isn't it? 1032. Can somebody come up here and show us, giving instructions, how you come up with that figure 1032? Machando? You come and you demonstrate to the other how you get that. You can use this one. Okay.
So basically, when we're trying to find the grid bearing of A, first we need to figure out which ones are our eastings and our northings. And eastings are usually the lines that are going sideways, and northings are the ones that are going up. So we always start with our eastings. So this is our easting. So we said that if we're trying to find the grid bearing, it's either the line that is to the left or the line that it's on. So for A, it's on 10. So our easting, we would write 10. And then for our northing, we said that it's either the line that it's on top of or the line that it's on, and the line underneath it is 32. So the grid bearing is 1032.
Okay, let's clap hands for the young man. Well done. Right, just to clarify what you are saying, when you are locating A, the first thing that you have to do is you have to find the easting first. And eastings, like you said, these are the vertical lines. That one is number 10, that one is number 11, that one is number 12, isn't it? So our A lies right on 10, so we take that 10, hence the 10, isn't it? Then the nothings are given, later, and the horizontal lines are our nothings. So like he said, if we are here, we consider the nothing that is just below the point, or if it was online, we would take that one. So our A is there, the nothing that we are going to consider is 32. Right, so that's the 4-figure grid reference for A. Now, can someone give me the 4-figure grid reference for the other point, which is B? Right, yes, notando.
The 4-figure is
1032.
Yes.
Can someone, with this time, come and tell us how it's done? Boy. We can't always have Mashando. Yoni, come and tell us how we get 1032.
Okay, so first we have to do the same thing we did by A. Look for the listing, which is to the left, which we have 10. And then we go on to the nothings. Then we look which one is below, which is 32. Then for nothings, 32.
Okay. Perhaps you can just write because we have already written A, so our point is now B. Okay. So these are that's the nothing, the easting and the nothing, isn't it? You may need to be very careful. Next time you just write it as like we did there, isn't it? Right. Okay. Right. Now, when you look at how we are doing it, we find, or can somebody make a comment about these 2 points? Make a comment about A and B. Jessica.
Okay, so these 2 points, right? They have the same grid reference, but they're not at the exact same location.
Excellent, isn't it? You see, our B is there, our A is there, but when you look at the grid reference, the 4-figure grid reference, it's the same, isn't it? So, what's your comment now? What's your evaluation of that? Yes. Yes.
It's not accurate.
Therefore, this means that the 4-figure grid reference is not accurate, isn't it? So, since it is not accurate, that's why we have to move on to the next grid reference system, which is the 6-figure grid reference. Right, for the 6-figure, I want you to look at how it's done. For our point A, which is this point, isn't it? What you need to do, now you also have to do what I'm doing here in your book, isn't it? You have to subdivide this, the eastings, because A and B, they lie between easting 10 and easting 11. So you subdivide that into 10 equal parts like this. The middle part should be the halfway line, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, isn't it? We can even put the numbers there. These are now the subdivisions, isn't it? Then, okay, make sure you are doing the sum. Make sure you are exactly doing the sum. That's why I said your diagram should be a little bit bigger to accommodate or make everything clear. Right, then for the nothings we do the same. Again, our 2 points lie between 32 and 33. So we subdivide, I think our halfway point is somewhere there, which is 5. So we subdivide like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are we very precise then? Let's start all over again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Right. Make sure you do like what I have done. Done? Done, Mr. Shah?
Yes.
Okay. Right, then, when we have done this, is it? Anybody who is not yet done? Right, when you've done this, then the next item that you need to do is now, you go back to our point A. This time we now want to be very precise. We write our point, and since we want to be precise, we want to find out the exact position where A lies, isn't it? So what you do is you retain those numbers, but there we leave space whereby we want to find out on the 2 eastings where exactly is A, isn't it? Then you write your 32 once more, isn't it? Then you leave space because we want to find out where exactly between these 2 nothings, where exactly do we get our points, isn't it? So for our A, we are saying A lies between 10 and 11, isn't it? So where exactly do we have our A? Where exactly do we have our A, Faith? Right on 10, so we write a 0 because our 1 is starting there, isn't it? So you write your 0 there. Done? Yes. Okay. Then you go to, we are now on the nothings, and we say, okay, our point A, where exactly does point A lie between this nothing 32 and that nothing 33? Where exactly? Magodo? 5. Do you see that? Right in the middle, then you write your 5. And when you have done this, isn't it? Unlike that one there, we had 4 digits. That's why it was called the. Now we have how many digits? 6 digits. Which means it's now a 6-figure reference. Now, let's just, who want to come and demonstrate if we have done this to A, what should be done on B? Yes, can you come? Also try to demonstrate explaining how it's done.
So we first write the 4-figure grid reference. So for the eastings, he is on it's on 6. So we write 6. And then for the northings, B is on 5. So we write 5. So this is our 6-figure grid reference.
I will leave that one. I want someone again to come. Someone once more to come. I am doing this purposely. What I did on A is exactly what I want someone to demonstrate on B. Who wants? Yes. Notando?
We're looking for the 6-figure grid reference of B. So first write the 4-figure. Then we look at the position where B is on the east. It's 6. Then on the north thing, we look at the position where the thing is. It's 5.
Yeah. Still, I'm very hard to satisfy. A third one. Third attempt failed.
So we first write our data, the data of the point is B. Then we write the 4-figure grid reference that we got, it's 10. Then we leave space for the other digit. Then we first give the eastings. So we look at the point where the point is. And the eastings, the point B is in the middle of 10 and 11. So we want to find the exact position of B between 10 and 11. So B is right on 6. And the northings now. B is in between 32 and 33. So we want to find the exact position of B between 32 and 33, and that's 5. So we count if the digits are now 6. If they are 6, that means it's the 6th figure grid reference.
Let's clap hands for this one now. I'm now happy. Right, as I'm going to be correcting the previous, those people who made the first and second attempts, perhaps I may also be correcting you. Right, the mistake that you made, isn't it, is when you are looking at the, when you are dealing with the first, isn't it, you should know that you are dealing with the eastings, isn't it? So, our B is there. The point was small. That's the point B, isn't it? So what we are saying is like exactly, I liked the way she was expressing herself. Our point B, we should be very, very precise. Where exactly between 10 and 11 do we have our B? Our B is shown there. It's right on 5. Is this 5, isn't it? Okay, I think she took the other point that I removed. So this one is 5, isn't it? So it's 1 or 5, isn't it? Then you know you are done with eastings. You move on to the northings. Our point B, isn't it? Our point B, I think that one is there. That one, okay. I'll take that one, isn't it? Our point B between 32 and 33 is on 6, isn't it? Yeah, there might be some, you may be excused if you miss by a whisker, isn't it? It's more or less the same, isn't it? So our point B lies more or less along 6, isn't it? Then what it means therefore is that our 6-figure grid reference for B B is 105,326. Just to correct you, when you said eastings, the next thing that you did is you were now looking on the northings, isn't it? And when you said northings, you were now looking at the eastings. The same applies to the second presenter, isn't it? So, ladies and gentlemen, okay, just a minute. You said, okay, the next thing that we are doing is we are now looking at the northings, and you are considering the eastings. So, ladies and gentlemen, what we are saying is the eastings are the vertical lines. The northings are the lines. Fine. Now, I want to give you some piece of work. I'm going to make some additions, and I want you to identify the 4 figure and the 6 figure for the points that I'm going to give on the board. 1 point is going to be there, and it's C. Another point is going to be there, and it's D. Another point is going to be there, and it's E. Right, yeah, for a start, let's find out the 4 figure and the 6 figure grid reference for those 3 points. I'm giving you 5 minutes to do that. Okay, go ahead. Listen, are we winning?
Yes.
We are winning. Okay?
This one is D. Okay. This one is that one.
Okay, good. Sit. Yeah, I want. Go ahead. Make sure you do both. You look at the 4 figure and the 6 figure as well. The points. Where is that one? That one. That one. C. C. Good. Your D. Good. Your E. Good. Another one is done. I'll mark 5, then the rest we will do as a class. Our C, that one, that one, that one. Yeah, this is what D, D. Yes, then E, this one. Yes. Another one who is done. Let me check yours. Sorry, Tandazile. Your C is that one, 0, 0, fine. Your D, that one 5 0. Your E, that one. Good. Right. It seems that I'm impressed. Now let's listen up. Can you just swap your books? Can you just change your books so that we check one or two things? Right. I think this time I want you to be active, more active than me. May someone come and give us the 4-figure grid reference 4C, and also how you get the 6 figures. Okay? I think on that one, you may not even need to do some plotting because of one or two reasons. You can tell us why.
The 4-figure grid reference for C is, we look at the eastings first, and the easting is 11 because the point C is right on 11. Then the northing, we look at the northing that is just below the point, or that the point is 1. So the northing is 32 because the C is right on 32. Then the 6th figure. The 6th figure is, we don't need to plot because the point is right on 2 lines. So from what we have learned, a point when it's on a line, it means it's 0. So the 6th figure is, we first take the 4 figure, then we leave space, Then for the eastings, for C is right on 11, so we don't need to plot, we just know that it's 0. And C is right on 32, so there's no need for plotting, we just know that it's 0. So our answer is 1132 and 110320.
Excellent. Can we please give a thumbs up? Well done. I hope the next person is going to emulate that one. We have point E now. Who wants to come? Who wants to come for point? A boy this time. Can you please come? You may do the plotting where it's necessary, isn't it?
For E, we want to look for the 4-figure grid reference. Then for the eastings, we can see that we have 11 and 12. But then E is right on 11, so we take 11 as our easting. Then for the northing, we can see that E lies between 32 and 33, but the line below E is 32, and our northing is 32. For the 6-figure grid reference, we want to see on which point E lies between 11 and 12. But then you can see that it is right on 11. So the point, if a point lies on the line, then it's 0. Then for the northing, we want to see which point it lies between 32 and 33. But then you can see that it's on 5. So our 6-figure grid reference is 11 0 32 5.
Another pom-pom? Yeah, that's well done, isn't it? Well done. Just to clarify this, you didn't need to make any plotting because the plotting has already been done this side, isn't it? So what he was only doing is transferring these plottings to that point, and he got a 5. So 110325, that's the correct 6-figure grid reference. Then our D is the last one. D is the last one. Come. Okay. I'll make an attempt to that one.
So for our four-figure grid reference, at first, we first look at the Eastings, which is 11. D lies on 11. Then we put our 11. And then it is between 33 and 32, but then we take the point below. And it's also right on the line, so we also take 32. And then for the sixth figure, we first put the 11, and then leave a space, and then we put the 32, and then put another space. So we first look at the distance here, and then we divide into 2 for our 5 here. And then we also put 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. And then this is a 6, 7, 8, 9, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then if we look at the Eastings here, it directly points to 5. So then we put our 5 here. And then there's no need for us to plot to look at the nothings just because it is right on the line. And if it's right on the line, we then put a 0. And then that is our 6-figure grid reference.
Another big pump for the young girl. Right. I'm happy that the first attempt that we did there was a remarkable improvement. I think, as you can see, all the 3 guys they got the correct answers on the first attempt, isn't it? So basically, unfortunately, I think we are coming to the end of our lesson. I want to say, from the look of things, we only had one hiccup when people were confusing Eastings and nothings, isn't it? Perhaps I should emphasize that when you are looking at Eastings, make sure you are considering those vertical lines. Then when you are considering nothings, you are just looking at these horizontal lines that are numbered. If we draw our compass points, our compass points are like this. Then if you look at these horizontal lines, this is 31, this is, where are we going according to the direction? That's why they are called nothings, isn't it? If you look at the vertical lines, that is, where are we going? That's why they are called. Well done. So we have come to the end of our lesson. What I want to give you as homework is I want you to do the same on these 2 points, X and Y, isn't it? You are going to do just those 2 points as homework. Then in our next lesson, we will start by checking whether you will get those 2 simple tasks well. Thank you.